I am here to announce that I'm seeking a nomination to run in the upcoming presidential election as an independent candidate. I have considered the office of the President, the role of the office today, and why I could be the person to fulfil that role. Putting your name forward for any public office is a humbling experience, especially for the presidency, which is the only directly elected national role in Irish politics. This gives the office of the President the strongest mandate and responsibility, and a unique connection to the Irish people. I am seeking this nomination as an independent candidate. I do recognise and respect the hard work the political parties do, and for many years I have worked with governments as well as with elected representatives at council and constituency level. But I have never been a member of any political party. Instead, I come from a different background, a background that is defined not just by my roots from growing up in Mayo, but by a lifetime of work with local, national and international voluntary organisations, from my time as a teacher in St Michael's House in Ballymun to my current role as Managing Director of Special Olympics Europe-Eurasia with responsibility for 58 different countries. It is this breadth of experience that I bring to this campaign and that I hope to have the opportunity to put before the people of Ireland in the autumn of this year. All my working life, I've been committed to the values of equality, of fairness, of respect, of empowerment and involvement. And I do believe that these values are very relevant to the times we live in today and to the office of the President. And as a current member of the Council of State, I have seen at first hand what the Presidency can achieve. Indeed, at this point in time in Ireland's history, the role of the President has never been more relevant or more important. The momentous events of recent weeks show clearly that our President can play an instrumental role, can play a central role, changing our country for the better, in promoting peace at home and in building closer relationships on the international stage. Today, with the challenges that Ireland faces, this role is more real and potentially more impactful than ever. The next President must deal with troubled times. People across the country are facing enormous difficulties in their daily lives, and everything seems to be bleak, seems to be hopeless, seems to be stark for them. This is not what we want as citizens. So instead of waiting for somebody else to deliver our vision, we can work ourselves as people. I believe we have the power inside each and every one of us to take action, to make change, and then a whole world of possibilities can open up for us. I mightn't be a politician in the conventional sense, but if politics is, as was once suggested, the art of the possible, then I believe that I am a person who has demonstrated how to bring new possibilities into people's lives, possibilities that they, not me myself, have realised themselves. The many things, both here and internationally, that I've had the honour of guiding have not been achieved through conventional politics, but instead have been achieved through the power of shared vision, collective effort, generosity of spirit, and the energy released when thousands of personal hopes are fostered, nurtured, realised and shared. In addition to building a new belief in what is possible at home, the next President must take a highly active role on the international stage. Today, the global community is sceptical about Ireland. For Ireland, this has to change. Ireland needs a strong advocate globally because Ireland has a strong story to tell in Washington, in Brussels, in London, in Paris, in Berlin. It has never been more important to ensure that the voice of our country is heard by those of influence. Never more important to have as President a person who can bring the real story of Ireland to the wider world. With direct responsibility for managing a programme across 58 different countries, I have worked with governments and businesses. I have engaged with world leaders. I have sat across the table from the EU and negotiated a better future for people with disabilities. As a teacher, as a community leader, as an agent for change, I have worked all my life to make a practical difference, making change not only a possibility, but a real and tangible thing that impacts on people's lives and transforms them. Through my work, I have seen firsthand the extraordinary energies that exist in our communities. How in 2003, 32,000 volunteers helped make the Special Olympic Games a reality. How social entrepreneurs across Ireland turn innovation into jobs, and how in every community, active citizens are the real change makers. Aspirations on their own are not enough. I believe in being hands-on. I believe in building things to last. All my working life has been devoted to leading and delivering change. I want to play a leadership role in making change happen, to inspire reform and renewal at home whilst rebuilding our place in the wider world, to be a practical person in the service of the Irish people. Today, I have written to all the county councillors in the country to ask for their support in achieving a nomination as an independent candidate in this contest. I appreciate the fact that they will have a difficult task ahead of them in making the decision, but I am asking for the opportunity to meet with as many of them as possible over the coming weeks and the coming months, so that I can put my agenda for the presidency before them. Throughout my life, I have always looked for complete commitment, a commitment to unlocking the potential in every member of society, a commitment to act with integrity, honesty and compassion, a commitment to meet the challenges that any goal worth striving for demands. My approach and commitment to the presidency will be exactly the same, and my promise, and the only promise that I'm going to make to you today, is that in the weeks and months ahead, I will give my all to this campaign. I will be setting out my vision for the type of role that I would play if honoured with the position of President of Ireland. Thank you.